Hi, it's Crafty Chica. Let's talk Go Wild 2025. I went last year for the first time, and let me share my experience and what to expect this year. Hi, it's Crafty Chica. I am sitting here in my studio with my planner. Let me tell you, I just had a life-changing experience. I just returned from the Go Wild for Planners conference in Dallas. This is my first time ever attending a planner conference. I was invited to go as a speaker, which I was so honored about, but truth talk, I didn't know what a planner conference was. I did not know what to expect. I mean, I was thinking, okay, a planner, you go in and you write down what's coming up, you close it, you move on. What in the world are people planning that they need a whole conference for? So first of all, let me tell you what the Go Wild Planner Conference is. It is a 3-day conference that is packed with everything from speakers, make and takes, different planner companies that will sell products like stickers and journals and planners and pens. And there's different sessions where you can learn how to do different layouts. And most of all, the best part, it's about community. People from all over the world come together to this event to share their lives, share their personalities, and share the different ways that they decorate their planner. So this is how I look at it. Scrapbooking, I feel, is about documenting the past and having this pretty spread of an event that happened. And journaling, like for me, journaling is about manifesting the future and, where I'm at, where I want to be. But I learned from this conference that planning is really about celebrating the present moment, even if it's a doctor's appointment or something to do with your kids, an event, or your work projects that you have. It's about going in there and focusing on those daily routines, those little victories that we have that we often end up forgetting about, and celebrating them. We're documenting them, we're writing about how we feel about them, and we're getting excited about our lives. So first of all, let's talk about how you get into the event. Go to the Go Wild website. I'll put the link in the description and sign up for their newsletter. As far as attending the event, there's a Facebook group that you can join once you register. Took a little bit of supplies. I took a few of my favorite pens, some scissors. It ended up I didn't need any of that. You will be supplied with all the supplies that you need. And not only for the make and takes and the classes, but if you just feel like working on your planner in your hotel room or with a group of friends, there's plenty of supplies that they give you. Which leads me to the next thing. One of the things that I heard was you have to take 2 suitcases in order to bring everything home that you receive. I took one extra large suitcase and I had one side for my clothing and personal items. The other side I had all for things that I would bring home, and it filled it up. My suitcase was almost 50 pounds. So I would say going with one big suitcase is really, really good. Another thing to prep for that I thought was so cool, everyone has these little cards that they pass out. This is another sense of celebrating community. So these were made on a Cricut Joy Extra. It's the size of a business card, and they're stickers that you can peel off and use in your planner. And they're the perfect size because they're tiny like this, and it has each person's name on there, their Instagram handle, and all of the little stickers relate to their personality and what they're into. So it was really fun to walk around and collect these from everybody. I had my own little goodies that I shared with people. You may be like 50 or 60 because you will end up exchanging. You sit down at a table, there's 4 people there, you give one to each one and they give you 4 back. I actually made this little journal. This is one of the the journals that they gave us. And during one of the speaker sessions, I decorated it and I started using it to put in all of the little stickers that I got. Another interesting fact, so I heard stories that there is this big ballroom, like a conference room, and it's under lock and key, and it opens at a certain time in the morning. And in order to get into the room, you have to start lining up in this line. There's like 2,000 people who attend this conference. They get there at like 3 in the morning and line up so that they can get in the door as soon as it opens. So I'm like, what is in this room that would make people line up like it's a Beyonce concert, right? Okay, you go in the room and there's all of these tables, and each table is sponsored by a different company. It reminded me of Oprah's Favorite Things. Each table is like built with this beautiful display. There's 10 seats to the table, so each seat has this glorious gift on there that is combined of, it can be candy, it can be food, it can be a planner, it can be markers, stickers, and the whole thing is all these different companies. So everyone goes and they run in there to look and see who the companies are, because it's kept a secret what tables are sponsoring and what is at the tables. So I heard stories that there were incidents in the past of like people, get me there. And then I heard a YouTube video where this girl said, okay, last year was really easy because they had someone moderating it. So I'm like, what is this crazy line? But you know what? I overslept that morning. But I heard stories. I heard it went kind of smoothly, but people just ran in there, picked a table. It was so new to me that I was already overstimulated. So I just went in after doors open. I sat down at a table and it was wonderful. So no matter what table you end up at, you will love it. There is no good or bad or better or anything. Every single table was built with so much love and creativity and excitement. So don't feel like you need to line up at 6 in the morning to be there when the doors open at 8 a.m. Just go in, relax. You will find a great table to sit at. Let's talk about what is included in your ticket price. It includes all of the sessions, your swag bag that is filled with a lot of really fun things, and it does not include meals. So there are some sessions that there will be snacks, but for the most part, you have to provide your own meals. So I would suggest be packing some snacks, maybe finding a local grocery store where you could get some protein. You don't want anything that's going to make you sleepy because you want to be on high alert for this whole event, but you do want to be prepared to provide your own meals. When you register for Go Wild, about a month before the actual conference, you'll receive a box in the mail that will have your badge. It will have some sponsored gifts, but it also came with this really cool book. This one is by Plum Paper, and I highly suggest taking advantage of this. This is a book that you can use to document the whole weekend. So it is tailored to the different speakers and the different classes, so you could sit down and take notes of things that stand out to you and inspire you. So pay attention to this. Speaking of the speakers, to me, this was really the highlight of the Go Wild conference. There is such a wonderful, diverse range of speakers on different topics. Yes, it is all themed towards creativity and planning. I was on the founders panel along with 4 other female entrepreneurs, and we talked about our businesses and how we launched them. We were able to take questions from the audience, and these were women who have been through it with their business, from coming up with an idea to actually manufacturing, partnering with companies like Sanrio for Hello Kitty products. It was so informative. Everyone connected with each other. Everyone was so excited to go up and introduce each other. This did not feel like a business conference at all. What to wear to Go Wild? Bright colors, lots of sparkle. I saw people who had outfit changes for every single event in the day. So don't be shy about what you wear, what you want to bring. The louder, the better. One more thing, they have a pajama party, but it's the final event for the conference, and everyone dresses up in their pajamas and they go and they have a dance party and there's food and drink. That was my experience at Go Wild. If you have questions about it, leave them in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them about Go Wild. I have a blog post, I'll put the link in the description, that will list all of the companies and even more tips about going to Go Wild. So thank you and happy planning.